We're back on the third episode of Building Success, my new podcast where we focus on business and construction. Okay? Like I told you guys, I'm a general contractor, so I'm qualified to give you guys some advice. I've been doing this for over 20 years. Today, I want to get into hiring workers. Okay? You could either subcontract or you can hire your workers to work for you on a payroll basis. Um, at one point, I had over 40 guys working for me every day. Okay, so that's a lot of guys that you have to be taken care of in the matter that you got to see what time they're getting to work, what time they're leaving, if they're taking a longer break. So it's a lot of work. And when your job sites are spread out, there's not an office environment. So it's not like you can keep an eye on all your guys at the same time. You got to have basically a team leader managing the job site that they're in. So if you have 5 or 6 different job sites, you gotta make sure you have like a team leader in every job site that you can trust to make sure that these guys are getting there on time or leaving on time. Taking the correct lunch break. You don't want these guys to be taking a 2 or 3 hour lunch break when it's only supposed to be half an hour or an hour. So it becomes very difficult and very stressful to manage that many guys. So in the beginning I thought it was gonna be a way for me to cut cost by hiring these many guys, but very quickly I learned that it becomes a headache. There's a lot of problems that come with that. One of the things that is, for example, every Friday you got to pay these guys, right? Because they're working for you. So if a client hasn't paid you for any reason, which happens a lot in construction, you still have to go ahead and pay these guys on Friday. And that's easily going to be around $40,000 a week. Okay, you multiply that times 4, it's a lot of money, right? So it's like 160 grand a month. If you haven't gotten paid in 30 days from a client or from a project, you're out of pocket 140 grand. And it happened to me a couple of times. So I realized that the best way was to subcontract guys. I started cutting down on my workers. I stayed probably with like 5 or 6, max 10 guys. It was easier to manage, less overhead, and I was just able to subcontract most of the work. The good thing about subcontracting is that you don't have to first worry about, keeping work for all these guys, because when work starts to slow down, they're going to leave on you. But if you're subcontracting, it doesn't matter. You don't have these guys on payroll. Secondly is, as a general contractor, you don't have to worry about paying these guys every Friday. You pay them once their job is done. So if they finished on Monday, but you pay every Friday, well, they have to wait until Friday for you to cut them the check. That gives you at least, 4 days for you to get paid from your client. So that's another positive trait that I saw from subcontracting the guys. Another thing was, when you subcontracting, most of the time, you just tell them to buy all the materials themselves. So you don't have to be worried about going to the job site, delivering materials, buying materials, placing orders, worried about if they're going to steal material from you. So none of that is your problem. So there's a lot of benefits of subcontracting. Now, you might make a little bit less money, but you're giving away a little bit of money for a lot more freedom. Okay? So I'm not telling you guys to subcontract everything, but when you're hiring a lot of guys, it does become a big problem. So I would say think about it before you start hiring so many guys. If you have a team leader for every crew that you're going to send out to a job site, then you might be able to have a better control on it. Me, there was times that I had 10 jobs at the same time going on. So thankfully, a lot of those jobs were in the same area. So I would go to different houses, maybe 4 or 5 houses in the same neighborhood, because we were working for a developer, and that helped out a lot. But then the other 5 houses were 30, 45 minutes away, so I had to be driving to all these different houses. So it was one day I would go to these job sites, the other day I would go to these job sites, the third day I would go to another job site, and then Thursday or Friday I would, circle back around. So you can handle it, but I just noticed that it was better to just subcontract it out. So a lot of you guys that are thinking about, hiring guys, think about this first. Do you want to have that responsibility of having so many guys, working for you, or do you prefer subcontracting? So I'm giving you the pros and cons. If you guys have any questions or any comments or anything you want to add on to this, go ahead and send me a message, comment below, like and subscribe, share this video or this podcast, and let's help you guys make some money in the construction industry. Take care and thank you for listening.